alveolar tree. And this diagram, bronchial tree, you need to draw next time. Trachea, it starts from larynx at the level of C6 and subdivides into principal bronchi at the level of T5. And bronchus principalis dexter, right principal bronchi, usually wider and shorter, and left principal bronchi, it's usually longer and narrower. And right principal bronchi it has more vertical direction. That is why if somebody inspirate a foreign subject and this subject comes to trachea, in 90% of cases it goes to the right lung, because right principal bronchi has more vertical direction. Bronchi principalis, that is first order of bronchial tree, and principal bronchi then subdivides into lobar, bronchi labaris. On the right side we have three lobes, superior, middle and inferior, and on the left side only two lobes, superior and inferior. Bronchi labaris, they are bronchi of the second order, and lobar bronchi, they subdivide into segmentary. Three segments in superior lobe of the right lung, two segments in middle lobe, and five segments, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 segments in inferior lobe. Segmentary bronchi, they are bronchi of the third order. From on the left side, 5 segments in superior lobe, 3, 4, and 5. And 5 segments in inferior lobe. Segmentary bronchi continues to divide into two bronchi of the fourth order, then fifth order, sixth, seventh, and eighth. And bronch of the eighth order has specific name, that is bronchus lobularis. Bronchus lobularis gives 16 to 20 terminal bronchioles, bronchioli terminalis, and terminal bronchioles, that is last bronch in bronchial tree. Main function of this bronchial tree is conduct air, but here not present exchange of gases. And then terminal bronchial, I take one of these terminal bronchioles, that is bronchiole terminalis, here it is, and terminal bronchioles continues to divide into respiratory bronchioles, bronchioli respiratorii, and respiratory bronchioles has alveoli pulmonis, that is first order of respiratory bronchioles, then second, then third, and fourth. Third, and here it is fourth. And everywhere should be alveoli pulmonis, and from respiratory bronchial of the last order, fourth order, start alveolar duct, ductus alveolaris, and this duct finish with alveolar sac. Maybe 2 ducts or 3 ducts. It is 2 ducts. And alveolar ducts with alveolar sacs, which start from last respiratory bronchial or bronchial of the fourth order, that is primary lobule. And everything what is start from one terminal bronchial, that is anatomical and functional unit of the lung, that is acinus. In Latin, that is acinus, acinus. Acinus is anatomical and functional unit of the lung, and it consists of respiratory bronchioles, alveoles, alveolary ducts with alveolary sacs, which start from one terminal bronchiole. And this is secondary lobule. Secondary lobule. What is it? That is part of the lung which has 1 centimeter in diameter. It separates from nearest lobules with the help of connective tissue, and into the apex of this lobule insert bronch of the 8th order, that is bronchus lobularis, bronchus lobularis. That is why how many acinas in one secondary lobule? From 16 to 20, because bronchus lobularis subdivides into 16 to 20 terminal bronchioles, and one terminal bronchiole gives one acinus. These two diagrams you need to draw, and now what we can see in preparation. That is larynx, trachea, hyoid bone, thyroid cartilage, here it is cricoid cartilage, this is thyroid gland, this is esophagus, that is esophagus, and here it is larynx. And we can see that larynx subdivides into this is right principal bronchi, here it is left, 2 lobes on the left side, and three lobes on the right side, superior, middle, and inferior. You can see half-moon cartilages, semilunar cartilages in trachea and in principal bronchi, and posterior wall. Here it is cartilage is absent, that is membranous wall, because behind of trachea we have esophagus, and this membrane, it's not, if cartilage will complete, in this case cartilage will press to esophagus, and it is not good for passage of food. And that is a lung, and what is this lung? Is it right or left? I said that right lung has how many lobes? 3, and left lung 2 lobes. Look here, it is 2 lobes, superior lobe and inferior lobe, and they separate one from another with the help of fissura obliqua. On the right side we have fissura horizontalis, and it subdivides right lung into 3. This is left lung. It has facies costalis attached to ribs. This is diaphragmatic surface, facies diaphragmatica here, and facies mediastinalis, mediastinal surface. This part of costal surface, facies costalis, in posterior, in place where it's attached to vertebral column, has name pars vertebralis. This is hilum pulmonis, and in hilum pulmonis we have following structures. Superiorly, that is pulmonary artery, then bronchus principalis, and 2 veins. This is 1 vein, and should be here another. This is 2 veins, 1, 2. One again, superiorly a artery, that is A, artery, B, bronchus, and 2 veins, V and V, A, B, V, V, artery, bronchus principalis, and 2 veins on the left side. On the right side, superior position in principal bronchi, B, then A, artery, and 2 veins below. B, A, V, V on the right side, A, B, V, V on the left side. This is apex of the heart, apex pulmonis. It is base, basis pulmonis. It is not so clear to see. On anterior border of the left lung, we have notch, incisura cardiaca, cardiac notch. It is not very clear to see in this lung, should be here. Cardiac notch, where left lung attached to the heart. Okay, this is dark color, that is connective tissue, and gray color inside, that is tissue of the lung. And this is secondary lobule, we can see. This lobule has near of 1 centimeter in diameter, and it separates from nearest lobules with the help of connective tissue. And in this lobule, into apex of this lobule, insert bronch of the 8th order, that is bronchus lobularis. In this secondary lobule, I already said, near of 20 SNS take place. Well, your questions?